Hey everyone, so this is going to be a video review on the Xperia Z5 Premium Chrome Edition. Now this video review is just going to be about the cover of the phone, it's not going to be about the phone itself. And I will say this is an excellent phone, it's personally my favorite one. But again, this is just about the color. It does have a very unique color, there's no other phones like it, so that's why I wanted to do a review on it. So first of all, let's give you guys a look at the outside of the phone. Now it's going to be pretty similar to the black and gold versions. You do have this Xperia etched into the side here. And the camera's not really picking this up well, so I'm just going to use the flash right here. Just so you guys can see it better. Pretty nice etching right there. Of course, you got the exposed micro USB port at the bottom. Then the fingerprint scanner. And headphone jack at the top. Now, of course, the main feature here is the back. So you see you have the Sony logo right here. And then the rest of this is basically like a mirror. It says Xperia right here. Now I just have some totally random objects here just to show you the mirror effect on it. I mean, it really is basically like a mirror. And then just how it looks with a little bit of water poured onto it. Of course, it is waterproof. And then I'm going to put it in a bucket of water. So of course this is a really nice looking phone, but I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering whether the mirror effect is too much, whether it gets a little too, if it's a little too gaudy, if it's attracts too much attention. So I'm going to get to that in a minute here, but it is a fingerprint magnet. One of the downsides of it does attract a lot of fingerprints. Most likely the case with all the Z5 Premium models. With the Z5 and the Z5 Compact. Oops, let me turn that off. You got this frosted back, so it doesn't attract fingerprints as much. But then, of course, with the Z5 Premium, just easier to attract fingerprints. Now, one of the good things about this is you probably notice that there's virtually no scratches on this. I mean, I can use a key. Really hard to scratch this up, so you don't have to worry about that if you're concerned about it. So when this phone was first announced, a lot of people were excited about the idea of taking rear-facing selfies. Of course, with the rear-facing camera, it's 23 megapixels, so it's a lot better than the front-facing one. And the theory is that you could use this mirror here and take selfies. But unfortunately, it doesn't really work out that way, and I'm going to show you why in a second here. So I'm just going to open up the camera app. Alright, I already got it open. So I'm going to be using this the camera button at the bottom here, and I'm going to be taking selfies of the Xperia M5. So you'll see here, I'm just going to try to get a little closer like people normally take selfies. So this is going to be one picture right here. And I'll take a second. And then I'm going to do one like this. And then I'll do two more from this angle. Alright, so this is how those 6 pictures turned out. You'll see that it's really not what the focus was. When I was taking the pictures, the M5 was much more in focus, and now it's kind of all over the place here. The M5 is certainly not the main focus of it. As you see, the pictures are really off from what it was supposed to be. So again, if you're thinking about getting this for the selfie aspect, I wouldn't recommend that. Now, just in terms of the style of this, like if you think that's going to be too much for you, and you probably see that the fingerprints are starting to accumulate here. I will say that living in New York and using this phone, sometimes it is a little much. Now, just for example, let's say if I'm taking a picture outside, if I'm on the subway or something, I don't really want to be attracting attention, but unfortunately that kind of happens sometimes with this phone. So for example, if you're taking a picture and you have the rear-facing camera pointing towards other people, let's say if they're in the shot, if they look at you taking a picture, they're going to see themselves. And it's a pretty big phone, so it's kind of, I mean, I've kind of noticed that when I'm, for example, if I'm taking a picture like this, and there's someone in the background and they look at me, they'll kind of immediately turn away because they saw themselves. And it's kind of, I mean, it can be kind of a weird situation. A lot of you guys might not care about that. Also, like if I'm just holding up my phone like this on the subway, if I'm trying to watch something, you know, once again, like people sitting across from you can see themselves. So yeah, so it kind of sometimes creates those situations, but it's pretty easy to avoid. And by that, I mean I would recommend getting a case for it. You can get a case like this if you don't want to be noticed. Just like a black case. Of course, that kind of defeats the purpose of it. But if you want, you can also, what I personally do is I have this clear case I use inside. And I'm just going to show you what this looks like. So again, pretty basic case, and it does retain most of the look. Because I do really like the way that it looks, but I just don't want the attention when I'm outdoors with it. So this case, for example, clear case, and it does retain most of the mirror effect. So yeah guys, overall, as I said, I do have this phone. It's an excellent phone. If I was to do it again, I would have bought the same version. I would have bought this mirror chrome version. Again, I think that the only downside of it is just that you get probably a little more attention than you would want outdoors with it. But it is pretty easy to correct that. Just get like a black case or something. And just in terms of like using around the house, using around friends, it's an excellent looking phone. Personally, favorite looking one. So yeah guys, thanks again for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comment section below.